Live from our Fanofa studios at Kokomlemle here in Accra. Welcome to News Today with me, Mama Vio Swabwaja. Our headlines this hour. Will Ghana make the cut as only 5 African countries, according to Africa World Health Organization, may fully vaccinate 40% of the population by end of the year?
The moment you turn to the car, you see my people, hey, this is COVID, corona, and they start running away.
Over 3,000 applicants missed the road as the Ghana National Fire Service shortlist about 4,000 for the next stage of the recruitment exercise.
This floor is rough. All our battles, we are feeling some pains, but because of the job, and we are under a sun. So we are praying that all our suffering will not be just a jar.
Well, the Immigration Service, however, says it is still compiling figures as the last batch. And do you know a simple quarrel with a neighbor could result in a serious allegation that you are a witch?
I was scared of witchcraft allegations. The fowl said I was not guilty. The chief then asked me to go back to Sakogu and ordered that we use dialogue to settle our differences.
You certainly would want to stay for the story of Asibi. We're live on DSTV channel 421, GoTV channel 144. This is your home of independent, fearless, credible, and impactful journalism. My name is Mama Vio Swabwaji. Stay with us. Now, only 5 African countries will meet the target of fully vaccinating 40% of their populations against COVID-19. This is according to World Health Organization Africa. In the press statement on Thursday, the WHO Africa said this can change if the pace of inoculations accelerates across the continent. The COVID-19 vaccine rollout may be slowed by a shortfall of up to 2.2 billion auto-disposable syringes, which is needed to administer the jab and routine immunizations. Fred Smith is head of our health desk. He joins us with more on Zoom on the World Health Organization statement. Fred, first, give us the list of these 5 hopeful countries.
Well, Mamavi, the World Health Assembly, which is the world's highest health policy setting body, they set the target for all the 54 countries in Africa, and each of these countries was or is required under this policy to vaccinate about 40% of their population by the end of the year. And as it stands, Mamavi, only 3 of the countries have met the target so far: Seychelles, Mauritius, and Morocco. There are 2 other countries that are getting close. The WHO estimates that they will be able to, according to the pace they are progressing, be able to meet the target by end of the year. And these are Tunisia and Cape Verde. All the other 49 countries in Africa will miss the target by this estimation by the WHO. And the 49 will include Ghana, which had set 20 million vaccinations as its target by end of year 2021. And so far, our vaccination has been ongoing, and we've done just about 3 million. And of the 3 million we've done so far, not all of them have had the full vaccinations. Some have had a single dose and the others still waiting. So just a few, less than 1 million have had full vaccinations in Ghana. If we're going by WHO, then Ghana should have been vaccinating about 12 million people. That would have been our target, but we were overambitious and we set 20 million. And with the 3 million vaccinations we've done so far, it means that we have a deficit of 9 million vaccinations more to go. And statistically, Mamavi, and practically, it is impossible to achieve this by December, which is just about a month or 2 away.
And Fred, does the statement indicate some of the factors that may contribute to this failure, if I can call it that way?
Yes, you may. Well, the challenges we've had with vaccine availability, we all know, has been the shortage of vaccines and the supply challenges that we've had around the world. But the bad news right now, Mamavi, is that there is also a shortage of syringes which are used in administering the vaccines. And UNICEF is reporting that there would be, or there is already, a shortfall of 2.2 billion syringes for COVID-19 vaccinations. They expect the situation to remain so at least through the first quarter of next year. We see the vaccine supply challenges easing, but this is what is likely to affect the vaccinations going forward. And already, as we speak, we have Kenya, Rwanda, and South Africa struggling with syringes. The WHO says it is working with syringe manufacturers to increase their manufacturing, but it's unclear. We don't know what they can do because the numbers remain same. There's also the threat of COVID, and so production has slowed to some extent. So we can only hope that that production can increase to deal with this situation.
We thank you very much, Fred. Fred Smith is head of our health desk. Now, let's take a look at the breakdown of Ghana's vaccination updates. Come with me. You'd see that the target, what we've been able to do, the total number of doses administered so far is a little shy over 3 million. So we have a little over 2.9 million persons who have taken the jab. But out of that, a total of 830,643 have fully vaccinated. So full vaccination is 830,000, a little over. If you come with me, you'd see the target that Fred was talking about. We set ourselves a very ambitious target of 20 million by the end of this year, and we have just about 2 months to go to the end of the year. Out of that, the figure that we've vaccinated so far stands at 4.2%. So just 4.2% have fully received the jab. And if you look at what the World Health Organization is saying now, just 5 African countries, less than 10% of Africa's 54 nations, are projected to hit the year-end target of fully vaccinating 40% of their population. 3 African countries, Seychelles, Mauritius, and Morocco, have already met the goal that was set in May by the World Health Assembly. But as you know, Ghana is way behind the targets that it set for itself. We're nowhere near the 20 million that we set for ourselves. Still on COVID, his is a job that many scoff at, but one that all of us cannot live without. Joseph Asitanga has led the burial of more than 500 human beings killed by COVID-19 in Ghana in 1 year. From difficult backgrounds, growing in one of Ghana's remotest places, Asitanga says he was born for this. Joy News' Justice Bedu spent a day watching him pick and bury COVID-19 victims. Here's his report.
I'm the only person at that time in my family who had access to education.
Joseph Asitanga's name means rock in Kusal, his native language spoken in the Upper East regional town of Zabila, where he comes from.
Asitanga is a name, when you are given, it's more like a courageous spirit in you. Wherever there are people and I'm there, if I get there, the environment changes. That is the strength, the courage, the spirit of enthusiasm to do the thing somebody cannot do.
He heads the team of environmental health workers who bury people killed by COVID-19. His workstation is in Accra, the epicenter of the pandemic in Ghana. More than half of all deaths from the pandemic have happened here.
I stood in front of a COVID patient. You see yourself sweating, breathing become an issue on you. You are sweating and struggling with your bed. I think we have buried more than 400 bodies in Hudome Cemetery here. If everybody is afraid, who would have worked at the mortuary? We are all afraid. Our departed relatives are in the mortuary, and we all fear. Who would have gone for the bodies to go and bury for you?
This is my private car. I'm not supposed to use it for this exercise. But because of commitment to the job, if I don't come, the bodies will be there. And nobody will understand why. So I have to sacrifice my own private car to augment what the only pickup that we have with the Asibi.
Over 1,000 Ghanaians have died from COVID-19 after more than 100,000 infections. Joseph wants his work to be a constant reminder that COVID-19 is real and kills.
When we come in, why we use the siren at its higher peak is another form of educating and sensitizing the public that what sort of body is AMA carrying, and they are blowing the siren like that. So the moment you turn to the car, you see my people, hey, this is COVID, corona, and they start running away. So they get back, they also tell their people that, hey, the COVID today, I saw the corona people, they call me corona man.
COVID was a pandemic that tore the world apart. But for Asitanga, it did also put him in a global spotlight. Justice Beidou, Joy News, Accra.
Away from COVID-related issues, the Ghana National Fire Service says out of the over 7,000 applicants screened in the Ashanti region, about 4,000 have qualified to write the final aptitude test on Saturday. The Immigration Service, however, says it is still compiling figures as the last batch went through the recruitment exercise only on Thursday. Both institutions have been justifying drills applicants go through as part of the screening process. Love FM's Erastus Asari Donko filed this report from the screening grounds at the Babayara Sports Stadium and Atonsu Fire Service headquarters.
Hey, are you okay? Are you okay? Hey! Soldier! You need to be sharp!
It's the last day of the screening to qualify applicants to write an aptitude test in a race to get a job in the Immigration Service.
Use your hands more. We need only the BDF.
It's been long hours of standing in the sun, running and enduring the rains.
It's part of the work, so nothing much.
Nothing much?
Yeah.
You're willing to endure?
Yeah.
So you can see the applicants sitting on the floor in the heat of the sun and going through the process. And I understand from Elijah Abugrago, who is the PRO for the Immigration Service in the Ashanti region, that all this is part of the drill, at least an inkling of what is to happen during the training of these applicants. And so this is just the tip of the iceberg, what they're going to go through during their training and even more before they come out as immigration personnel. Let me find out from the one who is sitting in front of me, how does it feel going through all this?
It's been a hectic situation here, running all the time, being commanded to run here and there, so it's never easy. Going into the security force is not easy at all. But we thank God that we are going through this so that when we get there, we apparently know that that is what we are going to do.
Meanwhile, at the regional headquarters of the fire service at Atunsu Trapatre, scores of applicants sit in anticipation of completing the process. Many of them have been enduring long hours of waiting and drills.
This floor is rough. All about us, we are feeling some pains, but because of the job, and we are under a sun, so we are praying that all our suffering will not be just a jar. Then you get some good news from it. That's what we want right now.
It's not easy at all. It's not easy, Charlie. See us sitting under the sun, Charlie. It's not easy. So we're just here to try our best, whether they will pick us or not.
Acting Regional Fire Service Commander ASFO Henry Fatai Jiwa tells Love News the drills are part of endurance tests for the recruitment training.
Being a fire officer, you need a lot of endurance. And this is part to test your endurance, to make sure that in case of an emergency, you'll be able to respond appropriately. You know when we are fighting fire, you don't have shade. Wherever the fire is, you need to face it. So this is the beginning.
He says out of about 7,000 applicants processed so far, 4,000 have qualified to write an aptitude test on Saturday.
We are actually wrapping up today, but in case we are not able to do that, then we'll do a mop-up tomorrow. So far, we've processed about 7,000, and about 4,000 have so far qualified for the exams on Saturday.
Reporting for Joy News, Erastus Asaredonko, Kumasi.
Away from the Ashanti region, we return to the Greater Accra region, where some students denied admission into the Ghana School of Law remain hopeful of winning their case against the General Legal Council. The students, after writing their exams sometime in August, were later told they did not make the pass mark. They later sued the school for changing the admission requirement as against the rules initially communicated. Friday, at the Human Rights Division of the High Court of Justice, the hearing of interlocutory injunction was adjourned to November 9. Convener of the group, Daniel Nenesaki, explains that the Attorney General requested for the adjournment so it can respond to the interlocutory injunction case. But before we listen to him, some of the students who have been speaking with Joy News say they are disappointed but remain hopeful they will get justice.
Everybody is disappointed. I'm not the only one, because looking at the distance people have covered as far as the north to just come and witness the first day of the sitting, and the case has just been adjourned to the 9th of November. Our expectation was that, being a human rights case, we would get a speedy trial so that we can continue class just like our colleagues who are in school. It's unfortunate. What we can do now is to appeal to the powers that be to give this case all the attention that it deserves, so that we'll bring finality to this. We pray for the best, and we hope that justice will be served.
In fact, that is really sad, because we know very well that we have passed an examination, which we know from time immemorial, the pass mark has been 50 and above. That is not a battle. That is not a war. They are our fathers. We are only saying that we believe genuinely that we have passed. So they should let us in. And at the end of the day, Ghana will win.
I don't think it's bad in itself. It's a process. We believe in the legal process. So if the case has been adjourned and we are being asked to come next week, on the 9th, why not? We know we'll get justice for the 499. I'm very calm. I'm very certain that justice will be served. So I'm not really worried about the adjournment. It's a process. It's a legal process. So be it what may, it's fine with me.
My name is Ellen. I'm one of the 499. I think the adjournment, they've spoken to our lawyer, Martin Pegu, and everything is in order. So we'll wait till the 9th and proceed from there. But what can we do? That's the courts. We cannot go against them. We are waiting. We'll still wait. And we are hoping that we'll be admitted.
You had there some student who sat for this year's entrance exam into the Ghana School of Law. Here's convener for that group, Daniel Saki.
Attorney General didn't file any response yet. They were in court. The GLC only filed their response. We've been served with their response this morning. But that notwithstanding, our lawyer is not proposing, wasn't proposing any adjournment. It is the Attorney General that proposed that the case be adjourned. And our lawyer agreed to it. The case has been adjourned to the 9th of November. We will be back here to go into the merits of the injunction application. You see, it is human rights that we are talking about here. We are talking about the rights of 499 students. So delay in itself is a bit worry, but I don't think, even though irreparable damage is being caused, because our colleagues are reopening school, and we think that justice will be served. That's what matters. Whichever way, we believe in the justice system, in the court system, and we know that we'll have justice.
Now, a simple quarrel with a neighbor resulted in a serious allegation that she is a witch. Although a ritual declared her not guilty of being a witch, her accuser still chopped off her hand and fled. This is the story of Asibi, a woman in the Northeast region who is pleading with the Ghana Police Service to give her justice. Jojo Kobna brings you a snippet of his latest documentary, Finding the Witch Hunters, and our viewers may find some details of the story disturbing.
Lady picked a quarrel with me, and her son accused me of being a witch. Later, the people in the village took me to the Gambaga witch camp. They performed rituals which showed I was not a witch, so I came back to the village. The boy came to attack me at home. He was aiming for my neck, but I blocked it with my hand and he chopped it off. He fled, and to date, the police say they can't find him. I was home alone. I was cooking when someone charged at me. He was aiming for my neck, but I saw it fast enough and instinctively blocked it with my hand. So my hand got chopped off.
That is the story of Asibi, a 40-year-old woman who is a resident of Sakogu in the northeast region of Ghana. For the past 8 years, she's been living without one hand. Her woes started when a young man accused her of being a witch. Asibi said a lady in her community picked a quarrel with her, and subsequently, the lady's son accused her of being a witch. Asibi took the accusation lightly, but realized the seriousness of the allegation when people in the community sent her to the witch camp in Gambaga to test whether she was a witch or not. The way a chicken died would determine her fate and the entire course of her life. In northern Ghana, when you are accused of witchcraft, you have to bear the full cost of the ritual. So Asibi took care of the full cost, and the ritual confirmed that she was not guilty.
I was cleared of witchcraft allegations. The fowl said I was not guilty. The chief then asked me to go back to Sakogu and ordered that we use dialogue to settle our differences.
Asibi, who was 8 months pregnant, said she thought she was free, but the young man had other plans.
I was home alone. I was cooking when someone charged at me. He was aiming for my neck. He tried to cut it off with a machete, but I saw it fast enough and instinctively blocked it with my hand. So my hand got chopped off. He then fled. To date, the police say they can't find him.
Asibi was left broken.
As soon as we say you are a witch, even small children can beat you. They can do anything to you, nobody cares.
She had now mastered ways of living independently and taking care of her son. Her husband also traveled to southern Ghana and never gets in touch with her. She feels pains when the remaining hand is not covered. She cooks and does many other chores with one hand. She feels the young man who chopped off her hand had stolen her joy in life.
I am really pained. I am hurt. Now I can't do anything. And the boy who did this to me is free.
Asibi is yearning for two things: money to start her own business, and also for the police to track down the perpetrator, who is still on the run.
I will still stay with the subjects of witchcraft, and the chief of Nakpaduri in the northeast region is demanding the arrest of a group of individuals who connived with a fake Togolese witch doctor to torture and extort large sums of money from over 20 elderly women in the town. According to a police report, the women accused of being witches were forced into confessions at a torture camp in Togo. For their release from the camp, their relatives were made to pay fines of between 2,000 to 5,000 Ghana cedis to the witch doctor. Correspondent Eliasu Tanko has the rest of the story.
This is Mary Dute, an 80-year-old resident of Nakpanduri who has been accused of being a witch. This location is a notorious torture camp for witchcraft allegation victims and mentally ill persons who are dumped here mostly by family relatives. Run by a former tribal warlord, the camp is found in the Togolese community of Barkosi, which is less than 10 kilometers from the Bumpurgu border post at Yamburi in the Bumpurgu-Nakpanduri district. This woman has not committed any crime, but one of the women at the camp mentioned her during her false confession. In this video footage, the 80-year-old woman is being made to go through the purification ceremony to prove her innocence or otherwise. A ritual which often involves the slaughter of chickens, where the innocence or guilt of the accused is then determined by the final posture of the chicken as it dies. However, this is done differently among members of the Bimoba ethnic tribe. In this process, this white fowl is tied to this magical stick. Mary, the accused, is made to hold the stick while reciting the following incantations. If I am a witch, this fowl should die. If I am a witch, this fowl should die. After a while, the fowl is loosened up to fall from the stick. Mary, after the process, was asked not to leave the camp until her family could pay a fine of 3,000 Ghana cedis for her exorcism. There were several other women detained at the camp waiting to go through this traumatic process and to pay hefty fines before gaining their freedom. They were, however, rescued by personnel of the Togolese army who raided the camp and arrested the witch doctor following a complaint filed by a victim relative to the Ghanaian embassy in Togo. Upon their return to Nakpanduri, the women were attacked and their houses vandalized by the accusers who insist they must be banished. Mary has since been taken out of the town due to safety concerns, but her daughter Fusina Dut, who was with her at the camp, spoke to Joy News.
Ma, yekotu omo hono na ma ne 7. Ma yekotu omo no omo 7. Eno omo yi baako ansana yen yekurom hafo na omo de omo koye no na omo 6. We
met 7 other women at the camp. My mother arrived together with 6 others, but later over 20 women were also forced here. The room where the women sleep has no door. It's like an animal pen, no space, and the women sleep on the bare floor. The women were starving, no food for them. Some of the victims also shared their plight. They attacked us and beat us mercilessly. My clothes were torn. Now I was almost naked. With my head on the ground, they dragged me to the chief palace, and the chief ordered that we should go back to Togo. But I'm not a witch. I have given birth to 4 children, and I have 13 grandchildren, and they are all alive.
For a
week, he didn't give us food. We walked for several miles looking for food. Sometimes we only drink alcohol. And you cannot sleep in the room because animals will enter inside to worry your sleep. He didn't care about us. He was only interested in his money. Police in the district have confirmed the incident, but said they are unable to make any arrest. The chief has been accused of blocking police effort to arrest the accomplices of the witch doctor who forced the women to the camp. The chief Now David Kansuk denied the allegations and called on the regional police command to assist the district police with more personnel to arrest the suspects.
They arrest them. I said to arrest them. What I will do is I'm going to tell them nobody has the right to come to molest a suspect. I've told them countless numbers of times. Nobody has the right to molest any woman. If anyone has a witch or is accused of being a witch, is being a person here, I'll keep the person safe because of them. So from they can go to Gambaga or wherever they want to go, but preferably Gambaga, because Gambaga is a place where every from there I know that if you are accused, use Gambaga, that's all.
Elias Sutanko reporting.
You're watching Joy News today. Stay with us. After this break, we'll bring you business. Well, in business, research has shown that women faced various forms of sexual and gender-based violence during COVID-19 due to their dependence on men for their livelihoods. Project Director for Women's Entrepreneurship and Livelihood Initiative, Hanat bin Lawal, is therefore calling for training centers in rural areas to train women to be business owners and be independent. She spoke during the Sexual and Gender-Based Violence and Post-COVID Innovation Forum.
According to research, teenage pregnancies rose by about 38% in 2020 due to the outbreak of COVID-19. Now, the Sexual and Gender-Based Violence and Post-COVID-19 Innovation Forum is a platform to address issues that women face in their businesses and even in their home due to impacts of COVID-19. Here is Project Director for Women's Entrepreneurship and Livelihood Initiative, Hanat bin Lawal.
Wealth creation for women has never been a strategy in itself. We always deal with responses and mechanisms to sexual and gender-based violence, and that should continue by no means. But we also need to look at the length of time it is taking us and realize that really it is poverty that is at the root of these issues. So now that the fourth industrial revolution, now the fifth industrial revolution is upon us, the world is not going to bounce back from COVID. It has changed us. We are working virtually and everything. How are we now going to train our girls and ensure that they seize key roles and they begin to train and retool and reskill in order to have relevant positions in this industry as they are coming of age? When women are heading industries, when they are heading their own companies, they are heading banks, etc., they can then go on to support other women.
This particular forum has outlined various recommendations that women can be able to adopt to be able to create wealth for themselves. Key amongst them is being able to adopt innovative ways to be able to do business, retrain young girls, and give them the mindset that makes them know that they can become business owners and not entirely be dependent on their partners.
And I keep on talking about wealth because as much as the woman may be going through domestic abuse, etc., if she has money, at least she can get to a refuge. If she has money, she can make a decision to work and be a single parent. If she can make money, her family will not coerce her and put pressure on her to go back to the man. So as long as the man is the one yielding the economic power, women will continue to bow to that. Women will continue to go into early marriages because of poverty, and we need to change that.
Sculpting and painting contribute to tourism sector revenue. However, artists were hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. As the creative arts industry bounces back from the effects of the pandemic, Joy Business's James Eshen visits the Accra Arts and Crafts Center to interact with artists.
So I have a sculptor here to help me know what he's been up to. When he started, the sales really dipping, or there is an increment in sales, especially after COVID-19. Basically, what are you doing?
This is a carved piece. But this it's a lion. Sculpture itself is the making of an abstract form, probably a wood, stone, or anything you can carve. It becomes a sculpture because it's a three-dimension thing that you are projecting. So it's a making of an abstract out of a stone, a wood, or anything carvable.
At what age did you start with this?
Very early age, from my primary ages.
Now let's look at sales in sculpting previous years and currently. When you compare the two, what would you want to tell us about that?
With that, there has been a dip, a slight dip. That is the honest truth. But there are issues to how the whole thing got dipped.
What are some of the issues?
19 is the main issue that is globally, so it's affecting everybody. Because for instance, most of the artworks that we do here are being patronized by the white. But we don't say the white alone, because we have people in here also have money that love art as well. So they also...
Well, the full story later on Marketplace. A visit to the EcoBank Joy News Habitat first, not only to scout for a house, as exhibitors have also on display several household accessories. On day 2 of the ongoing fair, Hannah Dami engaged some of these exhibitors on what they have to offer as you make your way to the Accra International Conference Center. She joins us live with the very latest from the Accra International Conference Center. Hi, Hannah. What should we know on day 2?
Mama V. So today we are focusing on other home accessories apart from the houses that you will be living in. And we are looking at the beds, the furniture, the fitted kitchens, and all those other accessories that will help you to have a comfortable stay in your house. And I have Megamax Electronics, for instance. You know that after you have built your home, you definitely need to ensure that you have the necessary appliances. And one of our ladies here is going to tell us exactly why we have to come to Megamax.
Yeah, so this Megamax Electronics stands. Megamax have affordable items for you, home appliances, etc. We sell laptops, we sell electronic gadgets, we sell electronic appliances. We have very affordable TVs, we have fridges, we have burners, etc. So you can walk into our showroom located at Dansoman Runabout to purchase any home appliances you want, being a TV, fridge, burner, etc. We have good and affordable prices for you, and it's discounted. I'm saying it once again, it's on a discount price, so just rush to Megamax Electronics and just buy anything you want. Thank you.
Mama V, I can tell you that the discounts are all over here at the Accra International Conference Center. For instance, after you have built, you need a sofa, right? Yes, and Sofa GH is here to offer some juicy discounts. Let's listen to one of the executives.
Okay. So Sofa GH at the fair, what we are actually exhibiting is our new bed. It's a hybrid bed that is orthopedic, as well as a memory foam at the top that supports your back. When you come to the fair, we have a bed frame with a mattress, and then we have amazing discounts. And then when you buy both sets, we also give you a very nice gift to go with it as well.
Hey, I do definitely want to get that gift, and so I'll be visiting Sofa GH. Finally, we have Grills Ghana. You know that you have to get your plumbing right. And so the executive is going to tell us exactly why, after you have built or you bought, you need good grilling.
Okay, so I am representing Asibi Drilling. And Asibi Drilling is into the drilling of boreholes, repair of boreholes, surveying boreholes, situations. Is into borehole drilling, plumbing and piping, underground water testing, borehole renovation and services, borehole water assessments, and maintenance services. Yes.
And so why should we come to your stand, and what exactly are you offering to us?
We are offering the opportunity for clean water to be available in every home, in every community, basically, and actually appealing to every corporate bodies that it's an opportunity to, because 4.4 million Ghanaians lack clean water due to the regulation of the water body situation caused by the mining situation. And so, people need clean water. So it's an opportunity for corporate bodies to donate clean water to communities, and people also to have available water supply where they live, basically.
And when you need that water supply, you definitely have to go to Aseda Drillings. And there is virtual security as well. We have Alberta here to speak to us. Security is very, very important these days. Alberta, why should I come to your stand? And what will you be offering us?
Thank you so much. My name is Alberta Newman, and I'm with Virtual Security Africa. Virtual Security Africa has over 10 years experience in electronic security solutions, just as displayed here. We have the CCTV cameras, we have access control, time and attendance, and many more. When it comes to security, don't look anywhere, just come to Virtual Security Africa. You can locate us in Accra, behind our live chapel in Tesano. We are also present in Kumasi, around the Santasi roundabout, and also in Takoradi. You can also visit us on any of our social media handles to know more about us. You can also contact us on 0244 215 383.
Why wouldn't you want to come here? Everything under one roof. You don't have to go through the bustle and hustle in the national capital under the scorching sun, just trying to get all your housing needs. I mean, you need these accessories as well, home appliances. And this is Homeland Happy Kitchen. They will definitely fit one of the beautiful kitchens for you, Mama V, if you want it. And so let's speak to one of their executives. They have beautiful sets here. What exactly will you be offering us when we come to this place? I see a lot of patrons already coming here.
Yeah, please, at Homeland, we have kitchenwares. We have kitchenwares. We have glassware, everything for decoration in your homes, in your kitchens. And apart from these kitchenwares, as we have EGR as the main company, which we sell every electronic items for your homes, from your ACs to your general items. We have everything available. And beside the electronics, we also have electrical items, your lighting items, from socket to switches, your main switches. I mean, every kind of light you need for your homes. So Electroland, Homeland, everything is like from setting up your home to its completion, everything that's needs to make your home a nice place to be, give you that kind of ambience for you to feel at home. We have everything in stock. So
everything in store. Didn't I just tell you that everything is here at the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair, right from the foundation to the roof? Everything is available. If you are not buying and you are building, this is the surest place to be. I think we should have a final round. After you have built, you definitely need some locks. And so I'm here at Solex. How are you and how are sales been so far? And what are we to expect from you?
Yes, sales has been good and things are going very well. Sales is going well and things are going very smooth.
And what are you offering all the prospective homeowners who are coming to your stands?
Okay, so we have quality door locks and we have padlocks as well, very strong and very firm. We have bulletproof padlocks in which when you've locked your, let me say, your warehouse or your shop, they can't cut it and they can't open it. Yeah.
You definitely get that when you come to the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair. We will be live again on Business News, but for now, Mamavi, take over.
All right, Hannah is having all the fun at the Accra International Conference Center. I don't know what is on that shopping list, but you have to make your way to the Accra International Conference Center. Fair closes at 8 p.m. and it is on till the 1st of November. Do take advantage of it. We'll take a breather. Oreko Ampofo comes up next with sports.
Hello, good afternoon and welcome to the sports segment with me, Oreko Ampofo. Board member of Accra Hearts of Oak, Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo, is confident his side can defend the Ghana Premier League title. The Phobians won the league title last season with a game to spare for the first time since 2009. And Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo, he believes the squad has what it takes to win the title back to back.
Oh, they do Ghana Premier League, I can assure you we shall do very well. Very, very well. And we got the team, a very good team. What they need is constant training. And of course, with the league coming now, they will always be on their toes.
Yeah.
And they will come out with better results.
What's the target? Win the Premier League again?
Oh, absolutely. That's our target. And I believe we shall definitely win it. But we got good players. You'll see. When the league starts, you'll see.
Kotoko went to Dubai for pre-season. And they said they are looking very good and they are looking to take the title away from Hearts of Oak. What's your reply to them?
Oh, well, I know Kotoko very well. I've dealt with some of their past chairmen. What do you call him?
Herbert Mensah.
Oh no, Herbert is recent. I'm talking about BK Bewa and others.
Okay.
You know, Bewa is even younger.
Oh wow.
Nomaku and those days.
You're
Nomaku and then this popular one, I forgot his name.
But things have changed these days, haven't they?
Yeah.
Things have changed.
You see, Kotoko makes a lot of noise. I know Kotoko very well.
Dubai president.
Oh, they make a lot of noise. Look, what Hearts can do, they can do it. I'm telling you.
Sure about that?
I'm positive about that. They know it too. They know it. What is Dubai? Why go and play football in Dubai? What are the gains? And
to
they
give
want
the
to
boys
play
a certain feel.
third-class clubs and whatnot. They didn't even come out with any convincing victory.
Well, they say it's friendly. They're just
They're all friendly, the same friendly. That all friendly matches are recorded by FIFA.
Yes.
Yes. They are recorded by FIFA.
So hands down, Hearts is winning the league.
Definitely. Definitely. There's no doubt. You see. You will later come and tell me that I said so.
Let's do some more stories where a Ghanaian sports physician has urged Ghanaian striker Raphael Dramina to consider early retirement following his recurring heart problems. The 26-year-old is stable after he was rushed to the hospital on Wednesday during an Austrian Cup match. The Ghanaian saw a move to Premier League side Brighton and Hove Albion collapse in 2017 as a result of a reported failed medical due to his heart condition. Dr. Prince Pambo, a member of the CAF medical team, has urged Raphael Dramina to consider quitting football.
So whatever I am going to say, it's just my personal opinion and does not represent the position of any organization that I'm affiliated to or the practice I even represent. Personally, if Dramina is my patient, I will sit Dramina down and probably call a year or two off, all right, to deeply go into whatever problem it is. And probably I will be tilted towards wanting to prepare him very well for a beautiful retirement from sports. I think when some of these things happen, a bold decision would have to be taken, and I'll be tilted towards wanting to prepare my patient to have a clean and a very good exit point, and see how he can use the experience he's gathered from playing football to help the same industry, probably from a technical point or an administrative side of things, like you rightly said. Whatever journey that begins definitely comes to an end. And when we have health here, then you would want to take a critical look at things and take that bold decision. So personally, I'll be tilted towards wanting to say, hey, let's call some time off, probably go into deeper investigations of whatever it is, and then have that heart-to-heart talk, and then take that decision. And I'll be tilted towards wanting to say, hey, the end of the journey is near, and let's prepare for a very beautiful exit.
All right. Well, before we go, let's get the latest fixtures for the Ghana Premier League. Remember, it commences tonight as newcomers Accra Lions play their first ever Ghana Premier League fixture against Elmina Sharks. There'll be a lot of fixtures throughout the weekend. Asante Kotoko start their journey against Dreams FC, as Heart of Folk would be looking to defend their title when they host Legon Cities. That's how we wrap up the sport here. You can get some more sports stories on myjoyonline.com/sports or follow us on social media at JoySportsGH.
Thank you for spending the last hour with me here on Joy News today. For more news, do log on to myjoy online.com. My name is Mama Vioso Abuaji on behalf of the production team. We thank you for your company.